What's up, YouTube? This is Kyle, aka Fish, part of Team Voltic Penguin here. Just got a update on the Fabled Darkwold deck. Um, just did some changes to it, updated it a little bit, and trying to run some different things in the deck to make it a little bit different. I'm not sure if I'll continue running certain cards, but I haven't really got the chance to test those certain cards yet. So I don't know if it's going to fit really well in this deck or not. It could possibly slow the deck down, but possibly not. So, as I said, I'm gonna probably actually test it tomorrow at locals, see how it runs, and we'll see how it is. But this is the deck list for tomorrow's locals, actually. As always, you got 3 Fabled Ravens. Originally had 3 Ravens and then Cerebral. Took the Cerebral out and is just basically had 3 Ravens. Then added in another card, which I will be talking about here soon. But basically, Raven is your main card. I use this deck is mainly to search Raven out. It's almost like a Tele-Raven deck in its own odd way. Not really Tele-Raven, but just get Raven almost as fast as you can, and then you can pretty much win from there having your Raven and just synchroing for everything. Triple Cruise. Cruise is great in this deck. Allows you to reuse Raven all the time. You can help synchro for different cards by using Cruise with the Raven's effect to get Grimro out and synchro with Grimro for something fun, or he gives you all sorts of options, which is really nice. Triple Grimro. Grimro allows you to search out for any of your Fabled cards. Depending on what you have, you just meant to search out for Cruise, honestly. But if you don't have Raven in your hand and you know you have Cruise in him, or just 2 of him or whatever, just go and search out a Raven. Make the deck just a little bit quicker. And then 1 Cruciano. Like I said, I was running Cerebral, and then I kind of took it out because he doesn't really fit all that well in this deck, to be honest. His discard is great, but he is a beast, so it is kind of it's a weird card to be in the deck. That most of the deck of this deck, I think all the cards actually in this deck are now Fiend, except for the exception of like Morphing Jar, Tengu, and Smog. And I guess another card. So there's 5 cards in the deck that aren't Fiend, but Cruciano is really good in this deck. I don't know why I didn't realize this till I actually realized this about 10 minutes ago that Cruciano is a level 3 Fiend, so you know what that means. And he works really well. You get him in the graveyard with your tour guy, and then you bounce him back to your hand, which is really good. I didn't even think of that till about 10 minutes ago, so not bad. Dark Worlds are definitely just support in this deck. Gives you a little extra options. There's only 5 in the deck, 2 golds, 2 silvers, and then 1 brow. Was running 2 brow, and then I took out a brow for the Cruciano. But this is good. This is pretty much all you need. Brow gives just a little extra draw. The 2 silvers and the 2 golds are just for a little extra synchro power. Got triple Tengu in the deck. Tengu allows this deck to go off. Big plays with this deck, just have a Tengu on the field, protect it for 1 turn, and then have Raven in hand, go Raven, Tengu, synchro for 6 for Bryanak. Bryanak will bounce a Cruise to bounce to get Raven back. Bounce card from your opponent's side of the field. Have the Tengu use Raven's effect to make him level 3. Synchro for 7 and to Ancient Raven, have another Tengu, bounce the rest of the cards, and go for game. So that's one of the big plays in this deck. That's kind of your OTK. But Tengu just allows you for extra stall and do all your synchros and whatnot. Got double tour guide. Not sure if I'll ever run 3. I feel 3 is too much because you do need that Fiend target. I guess you could special summon herself. This would be really funny. If you had 3 in here and you couldn't go for another one, just go for another tour guide and exceed for 3. This is your exceeder basically. Like I said, Cruciano is kind of the main card to go for now. You can still go Sagan, but you don't get his effect anymore. So having Sagan in the graveyard is not a bad thing, but having Cruciano in the graveyard is definitely 100 times better. Sagan for some extra search. Use tour guide, whatever. Morphing Jar, fill your hand back up, get your card effects to happen. Luster Soldier in the beginning because you run plenty of darks. I think there's 9 or 8 in the deck, so it's gonna happen. And my tech, Dark Smog or Smog or Smorg, I don't know. But with the Tengus in this deck, he runs really well. You can banish a Dark and a Wind, special summon this card from your hand. If he's in the graveyard, you can banish a Dark and a Wind from your hand, special summon him from the graveyard. So drawing into that extra Tengu and having a Dark in hand is really nice. So it's extra beat stick. Your opponent can't set when he's on the field, so if you go Heavy Storm and have him, your opponent basically doesn't get a backfield anymore. The new tech, you got Triple Duality. This is the one card that I'm not sure if I'll continue teching, I guess. It's not really much of a tech, it's just more of a staple at this point. But I have no idea if I'll continue running it. That not being able to special summon thing really sucks. But usually what you do is you just go Duality, pick up a Raven or whatever and just go Tengu. Use your normal summon first turn and then next turn go off. But this card really helps getting out your Raven because, like I said, getting Raven is kind of the main thing. So just going those 3 cards and then possibly getting the chances of getting something to search out a Raven is pretty good. So as for now, I'll keep him in here. This is the main card I've been testing to see if it stops me, if it helps. So it can go either way probably. The rest of the deck is basic staples. You got the double MST, card destruction staple in this deck, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Avarice. So there's that. Traps, got double bottomless for your protection. Taking advantage of the new ban list, double call the haunted. So this is also kind of a test to see if it's going to work really well. Beckoning Lights is my tech. Discard all cards in your hand and then pick up as many lights as you can from your graveyard, so you can actually reuse Envy at the beginning with him. But it gives your Dark Hole stuff to activate too, which is really nice. So Starlight, because with Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Judgment being at 3, all those cards. Starlight's just really nice to help you protect yourself and whatnot. Mirror Force and Solemn Judgment. I'm not sure what the monster count is in this deck, but it's pretty high. You definitely need a lot of monsters, so I would assume like 20. It's probably like 25 monsters. It's a 42 card deck, so 25 monsters. On to the extra deck. Leviathan Dragon, Leviar the Sea Dragon. Excuse me, Cataster, Double Reagan, Bryanak, Instinct Riven, Black Rose, Dark Highlander. Dark Highlander is stupid good in this deck. No one can synchro summon as long as he's on the field, so that stops most people. Plus, there's no exceeds that can get over him yet, except for Leviar if you pump him up twice. Stardust, Thought Ruler, Scrap, Valkyrus, Trishula, and Leviathan. Honestly, Trishula is kind of hard to get out in this deck, but it is possible, so I keep him in here. Might trade him off someday soon or replace with something bigger, but I don't know yet. On to the extra deck, you got triple Imperial Wall, so your substance can from play, 3 Prohibition. It's really nice. 3 Triple Max C, 2 Skull Misters, 2 Deck Devi, 1 extra goal, and an extra Starlight. These were tokens, but not so much anymore. I don't have Dandelion in the deck anymore. So that's the deck. If you have any suggestions, let me know. Yeah, just rate, comment, subscribe.